So I'm here in our 2025 Spirit Deluxe. We've had it about a month, maybe a little more than a month, and I've done some modifications and arranging and all that in it, and I thought I'd share that with you. Some of the modifications I've already posted out on YouTube as some shorts. But just wanted to show you a few. One of the first ones I did was this cabinet right here. This is normally where the microwave is supposed to be. Well, we didn't want a microwave. So what I did, I found some shoe racks. These are shoe racks here. They're expandable. And I put them in there. So that provided me a separation here for this vertical space. I then went out and got some of these type of containers. Actually, my wife did. She had these containers almost like she was planning on us having a camper. And we got some of these containers, and as you can see, I filled one of them here with a lot of these like rice and mashed potato packets, and there's pizza crust and all of that. This other one will be filled probably the same way. This one here will probably be filled the same way. I've got some storage over on this side. That's an empty container there. I've got another clear one back here that we have a few things in. And then I've got some pot holders and stuff there. And then we've got these little containers, and I've got those separated. These hold sauces. So like this one has packets of Nutella and jelly and all that in it. This one has some mayonnaise and ketchup. So I've got these sauces in here also. Let me put this one back. And then this one here just has some spices. This will eventually hold olive oil and water for our Blackstone griddle. And that just fits right here in front. So this was one of the first little modifications I did to the camper. Let's go look at a few more. So another modification I did, and what I came to realize that Casitas have a lot of wasted vertical space in their cabinets. So I'm going to point the camera down here. Here's the sink up here, and I'm going to point the camera down to this cabinet that's under the sink. And this cabinet had all of this vertical space here. And it was, you couldn't do anything with it because there was just too much open space here. So what I did, I took a wire shelf and I cut it down, cut it to fit around the pipes and the wiring and all of that. I've got command hooks on this side, including one that's upside down here. This part rests against a piece of wood that is a support for the furnace and also for this little fascia, facade, whatever you want to call it, thing here. And in the back, it rests on the wheel well. So I cut this down to size. It fits perfectly in there. And I have been so pleased with this that it can hold so many things. A lot of people have said that what I need to do is there's a specific pipe that I can take this area back here, bring it over and get rid of this P-trap here. So that's something I will look into. But I do love this little modification that I did. One of the first modifications, the other one was the cabinet over there, when we got back home with our Casita, was this shower area. I didn't like the way the curtain was. I didn't like the way that this area back here got all wet when you took a shower. I didn't like that. So what I did was I took the old shower curtain, excuse me a second, and I got rid of the old shower curtain. I didn't get rid of it. I hung on to it. I hang on to things. That's me. I like hanging on to things. But if you look along this wall here, you will see hooks. You'll see hooks all along here. These are command strip hooks. They're all along there. So what I did, I took a full-length shower curtain. I put it across here, and then the shower curtain fits in these command strip hooks all along here. And it protects the back area of the shower from getting wet. Let me straighten it out here. Hopefully you can still see me out there. Then what I did was we took this pool noodle. Yeah, a good old-fashioned pool noodle. And we take the pool noodle and we put it down low here. Now I'll shoot a little video to show you what I mean by down low. So here I've stepped into the shower, and you can see how the pool noodle goes around, and then also how the hooks on the wall also go. I know this is probably a little bit out of focus. I apologize. But you can see how that works. And that blocks off the back area there and keeps it dry. And it goes across here and it's held in place. Now what happens is that pool noodle does not allow the curtain to come in on me when I'm getting my shower. So now the back area doesn't get wet, and the curtains don't come in around my legs. So it's really, really nice that way, how it's able to do that. Down here is the pool noodle, and you see it goes around here and goes around the front of the toilet and then back along where the little sink is here. So it keeps the shower curtain away from me. So while we are still here in the bathroom, I just wanted to show you something that I did today. These rods here, isn't that great? I built those today, and then I also am putting out a video on, sorry, I'm just trying to get the curtain out of the way, on how to do it. I've seen pictures of how to do it, I've read instructions of how to do it, but I've yet to see a video on how to do it. So that's going to be coming out soon, that video on these towel rods in the bathroom. So as you enter our front door here, if you look over here to the side, and I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see, I have hung our awning hook here. This helps us open and close the awning. These little clips came with the hook. I've got one at the top, I've got one down here, and that holds that clip right there. I didn't want to drill into the fiberglass, so I drilled into the wood. Same thing here in this closet. You'll notice in the closet, we've got this hung up here. Nancy wanted a broom and dustpan, so I hung that in the closet. We've also got one of these hanging organizers in the closet. That will be going when we get our Katie closet installed. But back here in the closet also, I found clips for the awning rafter. That's the bar that goes in the middle of the awning when you extend it to provide support. So I did attach that. Again, there's a piece of wood back here. I drilled into the wood because I don't want to drill into the fiberglass, and I attached this back here to that wood. Now, one project I did was underneath our bed back here. There were those supports for the tables that was back under the bed on the floor, and then also onto the table itself. That's what you put the posts in, and then the table would rest on top of that. I wanted to use the underneath of this bed to be able to store things when we travel. So I went ahead and removed those. I filled in the holes on the floor with some putty. So I did that. But one thing that I eventually want to do is and I'll probably do it whenever it's about time to take our battery out and store it for the winter, is I am going to remove the inverter that's under there. It's all the way back. There's no easy way to reach it. I installed the on-off switch up here. Like, that's going to do a lot of good because I can't really reach the inverter too well. About the only thing I could do with the inverter would be to plug in a cord back there, and then I'll let the cord come running out from under the bed. Well, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to remove the inverter. I'm going to put in a shunt. That way I can properly read my battery usage, all of that. With that, and I'm going to find somebody that can tie the inverter into our system so that we can have that on every outlet within the camper. Now, we wouldn't use every outlet in the camper. We just don't do that. But at least it would be out of the way. At least I think it would be more useful that way than where it is right now. So I do have some stuff stored under the bed. Now, you might be asking, well, how are you going to keep it under the bed when you're traveling? I'm glad you asked. What I can do is I can take this. You recognize what this is? Yeah, this is a refrigerator bar. It goes in the refrigerator. What I can do with this is I can take this refrigerator bar, excuse me, and I can put it across back here, and that will hold our stuff in as we're going down the road, because it has this part to hold it there, and then there's the same thing on the other side. So I will be using that to give us some to hold things back there while we are traveling on the road. Sorry if you had to look at my legs. I mean, I know, you know, it's just an old hairy leg there, but anyhow, I tell you what, I don't remember if there's anything else inside here that I did, but I tell you what, let's go outside and I'll show you some things outside. So this is an outside access to some storage back here. That's on the passenger side. I'm going to open this up here. And what I've done in here is, a lot of people don't realize there is storage, outside storage in a Casita. It's not a lot, but there is some. I mean, back here, I can reach my hand back that far. I can reach over here. There's the wheel well right there. And then here is our water tank. But there is storage under there, and I keep some stuff in there, some of the outside stuff in there, except for my drill. I keep my drill in there also. But what I did here, and I'm going to pull you closer so you can see, on the water tank, and I'll tilt it down, this water tank originally had no markings on it. So what I did, and I'm going to lower it down a little more so you can see. So what I did, I found online where someone had placed a ruler up next to their water tank. And the water tank had a sticker on it showing how full it was. So I took a ruler, put it up next to this, and I marked it off. Now our water tank has markings on it to where I can tell how many gallons of water is in that tank. I thought that was pretty good, actually. And you know what? Considering that's my handwriting, that's pretty neat. On the driver's side, in the back of our camper, is normally where the battery tray would be, and there would be a battery in there. But since my battery is inside under the bed, that leaves this storage bay open. And again, it is pretty deep. It goes all the way back that way, and it goes right here to the water heater. I've got my electrical cord stored in there. I've got a few other little parts and things, and then I also put my tool bag in there, and it fits in there nice and easy. So again, for those who say that Casitas don't have any outside storage, here you go. Here is some anyway. It's not a pass-through, but at least it's some storage. So a little thing I did that seemed like a lot of people really liked the idea of was this little light here, and there's one in the back also. The front of the Casita and the other side have motion lights on them. Those came standard with the Casita. But this side and the back does not. So what I did was I took a command strip. This is a command strip with a little hook on it. And I drilled out the hole in this light to make it a little bit bigger. And I hang it there. And it is solar and it is motion sensing. So it is wonderful. I mean, I've come down here at night, walked around, and the lights come on and do all that kind of stuff. So I like the idea of these lights being back here, because to me, the more lights, the less likely that someone's going to try to do something dumb, like rob your camper or something at night. So this is my bucket, even though it says Harbor Freight on the front of it. This bucket is really something that I really like. I did a short on it just a while back. What it is doing is it is covering my tongue jack, my electric tongue jack, and protecting it from the elements, but it's also holding up my chains, keeping them off the ground, keeping my brake line off the ground, and just protecting that. I do like it. And then whenever we get ready to leave, I store all of our stuff in it, our locks, our chocks, all of the stuff gets in this, and then it goes in the car and travels with us. When we get to our destination, I have everything I need right here in the bucket. So all I do is take the bucket out, take everything out of the bucket. Once it's empty, throw it on top of the tongue jack. It's a really good idea. I like it, and I don't know, it might be one of my favorites. Way back here on this bumper, you'll see just underneath it, right down there, is a hitch. I had that hitch installed when we bought the camper. It's 150 pounds. And I did go out, I don't have a picture of it on the camper, but I did go out and buy a tray to go on the back of the camper and a waterproof bag that goes on the tray so we can store all of our outside stuff whenever we travel. I'll see if I can find a picture. I think I might have a picture of it attached to the car, but I might be able to find a picture of what that looks like. So I'm sitting here in my living room. If my hair is a mess, please excuse it. I went out on a 12-mile bike ride today, and so my hair is probably a mess. Anyhow, there's a couple more things I wanted to run past you while I'm doing this video, just to wrap it up. One thing that Nancy and I did was we created these lists. I have a camper takedown list for whenever you get ready to leave. I have a camper setup list for whenever you arrive at the campsite. So what we are going to do is put these back to back and then laminate them so that whenever we arrive or whenever we get ready to leave, we can just go down that sheet, we can check it off, and make sure that we complete all the things that are listed here. It'll help to make sure that we don't forget something. Another thing that I did was I created this. This is what I call a capacities and dimension sheet. Now on this sheet, I have listed a few things. Now this is going to hang in my car where the sun visor is, up where the sun visor is. So I have listed here the empty weight, the gross vehicle weight restricted weight, height, width, length, the length with the cargo tray that I'll have on the back of it, and the length of the tow vehicle. You'll need those dimensions, especially if you're going to be going on a ferry. They'll ask you how long is your total vehicle length. The other thing I have listed on here also is my freshwater, black water, and gray water tank capacity, just in case I forget. I also have my tire pressure, what I'm supposed to set my tires to, my lug nut torque per casita for my camper, what my torque was supposed to be, and also my water pressure for whenever we arrive at the campsite. I need to remember what the water pressure is supposed to be. I've got the water pressure regulator that Casita gave me. It is already set, but I've also got one that I can set myself. That's my backup one. So so we do have those. But anyhow, we just want to run these little hacks and tricks and whatever all past you. You know, I hope that these videos that I've been putting out help you. We won't be doing a video for a little while as we're getting ready to finally get on the road and start traveling. So we'll be having some travel videos coming up. So I've been waiting for my transmission to get fixed in my car, and so I'm hoping that's going to be getting done soon and we'll be able to hit the road. Anyhow, please, if you haven't, please subscribe to our channel. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know, leave comments out there. If there's something I missed or something that you want to add to it, I appreciate comments. And also, if you are up to it, you can do a membership on our channel. That helps us out. Those memberships help us out get down the road, and they help us out with our ministry. There's different levels of membership, so that's out there also. And check out our other videos. I put a lot of work into these videos, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you get something out of them. So anyhow, thank you so much. God bless, and have fun. Enjoy your camper. Get out. What are you doing in the house? Get out there and enjoy your camper. I don't know about you, but I'm getting out and I'm going to enjoy my camper. Bye.